MMAJoe here, and I don't have a lot of time these days. I'm on the job.
Boom.
So I got to do it like this. I am very excited for the fights coming up this weekend for the Covington Usman rematch. I don't think it's going to play out at all like the first one, but I have some thoughts on it. Just want to get out. By the way, the whole card looks great. Let's see. Been listening to both of these guys this week, and I can take away one thing for certain. Neither one of these gentlemen respect the other as a combat athlete. At least they're not saying so, and I believe that's going to cost one of them dearly. I'm not in the prediction business. These are just observations. Colby's been very quiet. He hasn't made as much ruckus, as much noise. I think that's telling. He switched camps. I think that's telling. On the other side, so did Usman. Usman switched camps and has been looking a lot better. Well, let me just give my 2 cents. The knockout against Jorge Masvidal, he put so much into that shot that if he missed, being the killer, the finisher, Jorge would have capitalized on that. I think that was a risky shot. Good on Usman, though. He put everything he had into it. He went for it, and bam, he got the knockout. So, very good. I'm a huge Trevor Whitman fan. I love everything this guy does. But here's one thing I'm picking up from Usman this week, which I don't think Usman is living in reality, y'all. He's like, I'm the greatest pound-for-pound fighter in the world. I don't believe that's correct. Number 2, he is actually speaking of fighting Canelo Alvarez in a boxing match. This tells me Karl Usman has way too many yes men around him. Too many people. Is Trevor Whitman really telling this guy, after just a little while with him, that he can hang with the likes of Canelo Alvarez? Because if he is, Mr. Whitman is going to take a step down on my respect ladder. All right? I mean, he's one of the best coaches in combat sports. I love him. I love what he does. But to think Karl Usman can step in the boxing ring with Canelo Alvarez and even survive is laughable. So it shows me that I don't think Karl Usman is living in reality, y'all. Now, I'm not saying he's going to lose this rematch. What I am saying is he took some other fights before this one, and I do kind of believe the fact that the UFC forced his hand into this one. I also believe that Karl Usman is a very, very smart competitor. I believe he knew the first fight was so close, he needed more time. He needed more time to improve. And this is where I think Karl, however you said that, pardon me, is very dangerous. This dude learns well. Let me finish this point. He learns well. He's very smart. His fight IQ seems to be pretty darn high. So lots of good things to say about Karl Usman, but I don't believe he's living in reality. A couple other things I want to point out. You remember a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, they were telling us Karl Usman could not even run on a treadmill because his knees were so shot. Wow, that's incredible because his knees look fine. Anybody seen Conor McGregor lately? Anybody seen the extra, I don't know, maybe 10 to 15 pounds of straight lean tissue he's put on? Oh, by the way, he's way ahead of recovery. So, listen, there's not a whole lot of clean fighters up at the top in any organization. But I'm willing to bet Caro's not one of them. Colby, I don't know about, man. I don't know about it. His physique has never changed. It's always been the same. He doesn't cut a lot of weight to hit welterweight, at least not like the average weight cut. So the jury's still out on him and PEDs, but hey, I don't want to be accusatory. I'm just making observations. At any rate, I think this will be a great fight. I don't think we're going to see a stand-up war like we did the first time. I think it's going to be a lot more of a tactical fight. These guys, no matter what they say in the media, they're laser focused on each other, and I anticipate this being a great fight. Not a 5-round fight. I anticipate it being over within... I don't think it goes past the 4th round, honestly. But, hey, I could be wrong. Per usual. So, Man, I don't have a lot of time these days, but I had to get this out. Oh, by the way, I am so close to color space right now, y'all. Oh, man, I can't wait. Anyway, yeah, that's going to do it. I'm going to wrap a medium-sized bow on this one. I'm going to say if you have any questions or comments, they are greatly encouraged and greatly appreciated. Only help the community. I love talking MMA. I'm sorry I don't do it enough, but yeah, hopefully that'll change soon. All right. You know what time it is. As always, thank you for listening. Be good. Be safe. Boom.